The functions f and g have domains minus infinity naught and 6 infinity respectively, and are defined by f of x is equal to x squared minus 19 and g of x is equal to 1 minus a half x. Write down the range of f and the range of g. Write down the domain and range of f composite g. Write down an expression for f composite g of x. Hence, solve the equation f composite g of x equals 2x minus 26. So that's the question then. Here it is here in summary form. So we need to do part A first of all then. Write down the range of f and the range of g. Well, first of all, if we look at f, a little quick sketch of this. Well, we've got a x squared minus 19, but the domain for f is minus infinity naught, so we can scratch all these values here. So it's only the positive side that's going to come into the sketch, isn't it? And it doesn't touch 0, so it doesn't touch the minus 19 value there. So the range of f then is equal to, well, it'll be all these values here, won't it? All the y values. Minus 19 to infinity. Doesn't touch minus 19, as we said, up to infinity. Now the range of g is equal to, so it's 1 minus a half x squared, so let's draw that one then. Quick sketch of this one. It's a straight line, intercept 1, gradient minus a half, so it's a shallow line. If I can try and draw a straight line here, helps. But we're only going from 6 to infinity on the domain, on the x values, so we can get rid of some of these, if I can, some of these values. And it's only going to go from 6 to infinity. Oops. So that's really what we've got then, here. And there's the value 6. So that value here then is going to be, when you put 6 in here, 1 minus 6 over 2 is 1 minus 3 is minus 2. It doesn't touch 6, does it? So it doesn't touch minus 2. So the range of g will be all these y values here. So it's from minus infinity up to minus 2 by inspection of the sketch we've just done. So that's the range of f and g. Write down the domain and range of f composite g. So the domain of f composite g, this is part B. So the domain of f composite g is simply equal to the domain of g, isn't it? Which is equal to, and we said the domain of g was 6 infinity, didn't we? So that's 6 infinity. And the range of f composite g, so let's write that down, is equal to f of, now what is the range of g in here? Because it's f of g of x. And what is the g of x values vary from and to? Well, here's g of x, and we said the range of g is minus infinity up to minus 2. So it's f of minus infinity up to minus 2. So let's look on the f plot then. Minus infinity would be high y values all the way down to f minus 2. And when it's minus 2 it stops. It doesn't include minus 2. So when we put minus 2 in here, you get 4 minus 19 is minus 15. So that's the value it goes down to without touching it. So it goes down to minus 15 from infinity. So there's the range of f composite g then. That was B. Now C, write down f composite g of x. So f composite g of x is equal to f of g of x. That's what it is. So it's equal to f of g of x, which is 1 minus x over 2. And then f is x squared minus 19, isn't it? So something squared minus 19. Let's have a look again. X squared minus 19. So something to something squared minus 19. So there's f composite g. So we can tidy that up if we wish. It's 1 minus 2 of these. That's minus x plus x squared over 4 minus the 19. So that's equal to x squared over 4 minus x minus 1 minus 19 is minus 18. So there's our f composite g function. and it's defined on the domain 6 infinity. So it's this quadratic on this domain 6 onwards. So now part 2. Hence solve this. F composite g of x is 2x minus 26. So part 2 here. We've got this, x squared over 4 minus x minus 18 is equal to, what was it, 2x minus 26? Let's just have another sneak look at it. Yep, that's fine. So let's turn our attention to this then. Times by 4 all the way through gives x squared minus 4x minus 4 of these is 72. 4 of these is 8x. 4 of these is 104. Tap the numbers in the calculator if you need to. So we've got x squared. Move this over. Minus 4 minus 8 is minus 12x. Move this over. Plus 104 minus 72 is plus 32 equals 0. Now we can factorise, hopefully. X and x. 8 fours, they add up to 12, don't they? So that's 8 fours, minus and a minus. So the two possible answers are x equals 4 and x equals 8. But we said about the domain, didn't we? These are the domain values that we're finding here, and the domain of f composite g is simply limited to 6 infinity. So this possible value is outside the solution, so only x equals 8 is a solution by the above, because the domain of f composite g is from 6 to infinity. 4 is outside that domain value.